Hello, welcome back to Just My Butter, the best fragrance channel in the world. I'm continuing my series where I try to buy every new release in 2026, especially designers. Today we got just pure Paco Rabanne, man, or I believe it is now just Rabanne. We got the new Invictus Elixir. Now don't be confused with the Invictus Victory Elixir. This one does not have any victory. It is just Elixir. It says Parfum Elixir, so I don't know, it's pretty confusing. We got the new, where is it? The new 1 Million Night Elixir. So a bunch of elixirs coming out. I'm not usually a fan of the 1 million line, but supposedly this one is really good. And since we're doing a Paco Rabanne video, I thought why not unbox the very popular 1 Million Lucky, which is like the most hyped up 1 million from the 1 million line. So it's not brand new, but I'm here to see what the hype is all about. Without further ado, let's start unboxing these fragrances. I do want to start off with the new Invictus Elixir. Let's see what it's all about. I did pay almost $200 or maybe even more than $200 for this one, so it better be worth it. I will do a video soon reflecting on all the new designer releases and ranking them from worst to best. Right now probably the winner is the Jean Paul Gaultier Le Melon Bleu, but all of these have been pretty good. These designers this year have been honestly bangers. All of them have been amazing, but let's see what this silly looking bottle can offer. If you don't watch the videos, I do buy the biggest bottle possible to give you guys the cheapest samples possible, so that's why we got this ugly looking bottle. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. It has a coconut note. Right away, that blast of coconut surprised me, bro. It caught me off guard. I was expecting like more of a deeper, richer vanilla, like the normal Victory Elixir, but I'm assuming since this is just Invictus, it's gonna be on the more aquatic side. So from my understanding, Invictus and then Invictus Victory are two different lines. I'm not sure, but this is almost in between because the coconut is really strong, but then you also get a bunch of sweetness from like almost vanilla. Yeah, it has to have vanilla. I think it has vanilla, and then some spices, and it just feels woody and a little bit mineral, but that coconut, bro, is like so prominent. It's not leaning summer, but it's also not leaning like just pure winter, exclusively winter. So this one, man, maybe fall, spring, who knows, but it's decent, definitely surprising. And I do love coconut in my cologne, so it was definitely a pleasant surprise. I like it just because it is something different. It kind of mixes both worlds of a sweet gourmand fragrance, but also a fresh aquatic oceanic fragrance. So I don't know, it's something different, it's something unique, but I don't know if it's gonna be like wearable in a lot of occasions. It's gonna have that versatility that I do want my fragrances to have. Is it gonna get compliments? It probably will. It's a mass appealing scent. I don't think it's gonna be really polarizing. It just depends on like if you like sweet fragrances, if you like coconut fragrances, and if I don't know, I guess if you're not looking for something specifically for just summer or for winter, because this can be for both, or for going out for a special occasion, not really a daily wear. I don't see myself wearing this daily, more of a special occasion scent, so I do like it. First impressions, it is unique, it smells good. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Don't want to go too high up, but this is pretty good. Can't wait to wear it and try it out, and hopefully bump it up to an 8 out of 10. Let's see if 1 Million Night Elixir can be as good as this one. I honestly don't have much hopes for this one, just because I haven't really been a fan of the 1 million line, but I don't want to hate before we try it. Okay, it is a pretty cool looking bottle. It has the black gradient and then the classic yellow. Like I said, this is one of my more recent 1 millions. Haven't really tried the newest ones, so let's see what they can offer. Okay. Gives me like a sweet chocolate vibe. I don't know why. I'm sure like no cologne has a note of chocolate, but it smells like a chocolate dessert. Yeah, it gives me, oh, I've smelled this before. Where have I smelled this? Damn, bro, it smells like a niche fragrance. I don't know which one it is, but it makes you smell like a caramel dessert. Oh, it kind of smells like Bond Number 9 New Harlem. Yeah, New Harlem, like a tiramisu. Yeah, I think, yeah. Bond Number 9 New Harlem smells pretty similar. And if you guys know my relationship with Bond Number 9 New Harlem, I think it smells amazing. One of the best gourmand dessert fragrances out there. I just wish it lasted a little bit longer. Yeah, this smells pretty similar and I like it. I really do like it. Like the 1 Million line, for some reason, I just don't like how sweet they are, how synthetic they feel. They feel almost kind of feminine, but this one, even though it's still really sweet, I mean, it literally smells like a dessert. I find it interesting and still wearable for men. I don't know how to describe it, but like some gourmand fragrances just make you feel feminine, but then there is those who make you feel edible, but still in a masculine way. And this is one of those, just sweetness, spiciness, woodiness. I do like it. It's gonna be a winter scent, so can't wear it right now in the spring, summer, maybe spring, like when it's 40 degrees, but we're going to the summer. This is a banger for the winter though. I can see this replacing my Bond Number 9 New Harlem once this goes down in price, because right now it is like $180. But if this has good performance, this is gonna be a beast mode, and I'm gonna be recommending this to all of you guys because this smell is amazing. Probably gonna be the best 1 million in the whole line. I haven't even tried the other ones, but I already know this is gonna be one of the best ones. So damn, bro, good release, just wrong time of the year. Can't hype it up too much right now, but this is, let's just say I see a lot of potential in this one if it actually performs. So another banger, another impressive cologne, impressive release. I'm genuinely like really happy with these new releases. This year has been blessing us with these colognes, man. So shout out to designers for stepping up their game in 2026. I'm gonna give 1 Million Night Elixir like an 8 out of 10. Pretty impressed. So now smelling this one, let's see what the most popular 1 Million has to offer. We got 1 Million Lucky. This is the silver one, and if you want to buy full bottles, they're on my sampling website for less than retail price. So you know, there's only around 4 in stock, so if you want it, first come, first serve. Thank you very much. And I do say that before I open the fragrance, because sometimes when I like a cologne and then I like sell full bottles, people don't believe me that I actually liked it, and they think I'm trying to sell it to you guys. People don't understand that I don't need to glaze fragrances to make sales. Like, I'm not one of those creators who relies on glazing to make sales, bro. If I did that, I would just be spamming TikTok shop and liking every single clone out there. So no more yapping. Let's see what 1 Million Lucky is all about. Okay, it smells decent. It smells sweet, but a little bit fresher. I think it is an eau de toilette. Yeah, this is an eau de toilette, so it is a little bit on the fresher side. Not that that's what it means, but I'm just saying way fresher than this one. It has more of a classic designer sweetness, maybe like a Valentino. I'm not saying they are exactly the same, but I'm just saying it has more of that classic, almost bubblegum sweetness type of DNA. But it also does smell a little bit edible, like caramel too, but I don't know. I do see the potential. I do see why people like it, but I think this one is going to like clear it, bro. I think it's gonna destroy it. I don't know if it's gonna be the most popular scent out there, because it is kind of like risky. Like, I do like it, but not everyone's gonna like it. But I can see why this is so mass appealing. I'm just saying I'm going to enjoy this one a lot more. I do like it. I see why people glaze it. Is it overhyped? Maybe a little bit, but I'm still giving it like a 7 out of 10. I do like it. I think it's a decent cologne. But either way, Paco Rabanne or Rabanne, whatever they're called, they cooked with these new colognes. People are going to forget about them just because they believe the bottles are tacky. I mean, this one looks pretty cool. It's like a golden bar, a bar of gold. What am I talking about? A bar of gold. And this one, I mean, it is a little weird, but maybe just get the smaller bottle and it'll look a little bit less weird. But the smells are amazing. Don't let the bottles deter you from smelling these. But yeah, if you don't want to blind buy them, or you don't want to commit to a full bottle yet because they're too expensive, you can sample on my sampling website, smellbettersamples.com. The link is in the description. Yeah, thank you for watching. I feel really blessed that you guys are supporting me and I can afford these new releases. So thank you very much. We just hit 11,000 subscribers too. So I'm pretty cool, man. I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty grateful. We're almost at 20K. Not too far away, just 9K more. Yeah, thank you for watching. Just smell better.